hopefully, once we've moved, which is what this episode's about, everything will be set up.
Yay!
Everything will look good every single time.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I think you might need to speak up. Maybe. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens.
I just have very low energy at the moment.
I think we both do. We just went to the gym this morning. It's Saturday.
Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday. Jesus. I trained chest. You trained...
Kind of everything.
A little bit of everything?
Yeah. So we're going to keep it short today.
Hopefully.
As we always try to. But we got an apartment!
So we did say in the last video, we do have an apartment. We're very excited. We don't know what it looks like.
We haven't announced it to the podcast.
We haven't, that's right. Okay, so we got a place. It's on Gympie Road. I remember what the balcony looks like. You remember what the kitchen looks like. But we looked at so many houses that we don't remember what the rest of the apartment really looks like. So we're kind of excited to go see it again when we do get to move in on the 12th of March.
Yeah, which is only, what did we say this morning? Like 3 and a bit weeks. It was 3 weeks on Friday. So that's exciting.
It's exciting, but the not exciting part is probably all the moving costs, the actual moving, the packing, all that stuff that we're about to have to do in the next 3 weeks.
So we've already had to fork out money for bond and then the rent. So I think altogether we've spent like $3,500
so far.
Yeah, so it was about $1,600 each. And then what else? We're gonna have to buy tomorrow a new tank. We need to buy outdoor furniture.
Well,
they're like the main 2 things that we need.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Everything else is fine.
If you watch the last YouTube video, you'll finally get to see Timon.
Yeah.
He is getting too big for his tank. We're looking at hopefully a 6 foot. I like the idea of a 6 foot. What do you think?
It's a bit big, but we'll see.
We'll see. We also need something to put it on, which might be a problem.
Yeah. Anyway, so the idea of this podcast was basically just to talk about how we're feeling about money, what we think our relationship with money is like, and kind of where we're going from here. We're not going to go too much into detail only because we don't want it to be too long, but how do you think your relationship with money is?
My relationship with money is terrible. I'm not good at saving. I spend money to solve problems. I don't like thinking about, if I do it this way, I can save this much money. If I have something I want to do it that way. I want to do it right now, and I try not to think too hard about it. And it's not the best way to act with my money because I end up spending a lot of it.
So how do you then save money currently?
At the moment, I put it into a bank account that I can't see. I can see it, but it's harder to get to, and it makes it a little bit harder. So if my bank account looks empty, I'm less likely to spend.
But you also put all of your savings into shares.
Not all my savings into shares, but it's, the cash is in the portfolio account that would be spent on shares. Yeah. Whereas
I'm the complete opposite. I'm a tight ass and I don't like spending money on anything really. So I have money in shares, not as much as Aiden does, but I've started to put a little bit in there, and then I just keep mine in cash. Yeah, in a savings account.
I don't like doing that because of the interest.
Yeah, but that's something that we're going to do together. We're going to we will have a joint shares account, and then we're going to have a joint savings account. So we're working out at the moment what our budget's going to be when we move in, because the plan is for us, hopefully we want to save to buy a house next year, and then we also want to buy a Tesla. That's the dream. That's the goal.
We will buy a Tesla.
So yeah, I think for us, it'll be interesting to see how we go joining money and savings wise.
Yeah, so we won't have a joint bank account. We won't have joint bank accounts. We have a joint account and we both put money into it.
Yeah. It's going to be that our bills are all going to go into that account, and then we're still going to have our own money.
Yeah, and then we're going to put extra money into that account, and anything that overflows a set limit that we haven't decided on yet, will go into some sort of investment.
Yeah. Or to also, we're using things in terms of the account, we're putting in money for date nights, and if we want to go and do an activity together, it'll come out of that account rather than us individually paying for it.
Or if Timon needs food or a new light bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think my relationship with money, I would say it's not good either, only because I don't like to spend money.
Yeah.
And I have a bit of a fear of not having enough. I think, like, I don't like to see my balance go down at all, do I? I get, like, quite...
You get annoyed.
Yeah, I get annoyed and I get, like, anxious and stressed about it.
Yep.
Even when we had to transfer, like, the bond and stuff, Yeah.
And just for context for everyone else, you've got enough.
Well, I mean, it depends though. Enough for who? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everyone has their own
Yeah.
limit that they want, or
Yeah.
like a minimum that they want to have in their account. But I think also, like, I've been stressed the last couple of weeks because I still have to pay for the bond clean. I have to pay for carpet cleaners to get done at my current house, and then like removalists. I'm probably not going to hire a removalist. I don't think.
Okay.
I think we'll just move it ourselves because there's not too much stuff. But you know, all of we're probably going to spend like at least, I'd say, $2,500 each, including what we've already spent. So add on like an extra $1,000, I think, for everything, which I'm not happy about.
Yeah, I'm not stoked either. I don't need nearly as much as you. I think I'll get a bond clean, but I don't think, like, I don't want to move my couch or my fridge. They're not heavy. This couch that we're sitting on is not heavy, but it's awkward and it's large, and fitting it in the elevator is going to be a pain in the ass. I'd rather just somebody else deal with it.
Yeah.
That's actually my relationship with money. That's exactly what I just described. I just solve problems by spending money.
But it kind of frustrates me. Like, we'll talk about on Friday, we went and had date night, went to the movies, and I had said
$15 for popcorn and
I had said to him before, like, I'm not going to spend money when we get there. I'll go to Coles and buy snacks beforehand because it's way cheaper. Aiden didn't know what he wanted, and so I didn't buy him anything. I just bought a couple of things for me. And then when we get there, he decides that he wants Maltesers. And now, how much were they?
I think they were $7.
That's disgusting.
I know
because
that.
in Coles they were $3. I
Yeah.
could have bought you 2 and a chocolate bar.
Yeah, but when she called me, she was like, "Oh, what do you want?" And I was on my way to the gym. I can't like see the snack aisle.
I did give him options. Anyway, it's that kind of thing, and then I get frustrated because I'm like, we're on a budget. You can't be spending money like that when you don't need to. But anyway, so it'll be interesting, I think, to see.
How do you think you could change your relationship with money?
Not be so attached to it. I think because, like, I feel like people get their money habits from their surroundings, right? So when you grow up, how your parents perceive money and how you see your parents deal with money and even family members and stuff, I think that's kind of ingrained into you. In saying that, though, interesting for me because on one hand I had one parent who like didn't have too much and wouldn't spend crazy, and then the other parent that would do the complete opposite of that. But I'm definitely more on like the stingy side.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it. I think for me it's a security thing, and I go, okay, well I need to have X amount of dollars in my bank account, and then I feel good.
Yeah.
And even if it starts to go under that, even though if anything happened, I would definitely be fine.
And when you
like,
say you feel good, you mean you feel safe?
Yeah, like if something happened, I could pay for it. But even with, like, you know how much I have, if I had less than that, I would feel anxious.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not gonna, nothing's gonna happen that I'm gonna need to spend that whole amount.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. It's weird and it's something that I want to work on, but I'm not sure how to get to that point.
Yeah, I agree with you with the, you spend the same way your parents do. My mum always used to pay her bills before the bill came in. So she'd get paid and then she would pay an electricity or send money to Origin Energy or whoever the bill is for before we get the bill. So now I do the same thing. I sometimes get bills where I'm in credit $3 just because several times throughout the quarter I sent $20, $30 to that account or to that billing address, and then they send me the bill and I'm in credit because I've already paid it. And then on the other side, I spend money to get rid of problems, and I just don't like thinking about it. And then the way I try to resolve that is trying to earn more instead of not spending. So
see, and then I think I just try and like cut back what I'm spending on, and then if I have to spend something, I get annoyed.
Yeah, my worst thing is probably food. Is that I don't have a good relationship with food either, and then I'm very easy. Like in my head, I will easily just go and buy something.
Yeah.
Like it's not. I don't have to think. Oh, maybe I shouldn't go. Like I just do it.
Yeah,
and
we're very different in that too. But I think when we live together, it'll be easier because we are going to meal prep, and it's I can be there to remind you to take your food.
Yeah, and I mentioned this on the last podcast with that, on the YouTube video. I think it would be a really good idea if we post that Instagram recipe, go live on Twitch, or even YouTube, and then just live stream us making it together. And you can tell me what I'm supposed to be doing with my food, because I'm obviously...
Yeah, and I think we'll do an episode on that in terms of food stuff, and also just like, yeah, I guess like our relationship with food, what we eat. I think one thing that I will touch on would be like how certain things make me feel in terms of body wise.
You don't have a great relationship with your body.
No, but I think that's a girl thing. Anyway, that's a different topic. But I think for now, that's probably it. Right?
We've got a house and we're moving and it's all exciting.
We
just
are
have
excited.
to, one step at a time. We've got lots of things to pay for. Lots of probably time spent moving things and packing and all sorts of things coming up. So
yeah, but I think we will be more consistent. Like, it's not that we haven't been consistent. We didn't put out one last week, but when we move into the new place, we will be better at doing it.
Yeah, I think. And I'm really excited about the podcast setup.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah,
it's another thing that we have to pay for.
It's going to be really good. The lighting's going to be better. Yeah, that's another thing we have to pay for. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go make breakfast.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that breakfast.
And we will see you, or you'll hear us. Hopefully, it will be next week sometime.
Next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.